Air. It's way too early for the fake. This that real game for real bros. No DECAFF, no cap. Welcome to Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Live every weekday, 6:30 in the morning, Central Time. Did you hear what I said? Central Time. We talk dogs, bloodline building to yard work, from stud talk to the truth behind the pups. This ain't no highlight reel. It's how you really build legacy. Shogun Bros, no DECAFF. Pull up, pull up, handle yours. This ain't just content. It's culture. Welcome to the Cookout with Toyo, where family vibes meet front porch truth. No scripts, no filters, just heart, heat, and hot plates. Ooh. Step up with elevated perspective, with elevated game for grown men and women building mind, spirit, and vision. And men at work with pimps over simps. Choice. Real convos, no cap, all purpose for the men behind the mission. 3 shows, 1 network, all gas, no DECAFF. Put no creamer in my man. Look, Shogun Unlimited, man. Press play and get man. Come on, press play, press play.
Hey, what's going down, man? What's the day? It is Thursday, man.
It is, man. It is, bro. It's my last working day this week, man. You know what I'm saying? Going to a 4-day weekend. Happy Memorial Day. For those of y'all who don't know, do not tell me thank you for your service on Saturday or Monday for Memorial Day. I'm not dead. Memorial Day celebrates those who have passed on in service, specifically those who gave their lives so the others didn't have to. A few gave some gave all. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, happy Memorial Day, man. But don't be giving me no happy Veterans Day greetings on Memorial Day, man. I ain't dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be grilling burgers just like you, drinking brew just like you. What's good, Big A?
Hey, ain't much, man. Can't call it, might spoil it, man. We back in here like we left off Wallet and Keys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, who's in the chat? You know,
we got the great brother Dickie Mother Loving Foster in the building.
Dickie, what's happening?
We got H&F in the building.
Salute.
Got Wifey in the building.
Good morning. How you doing?
Salute my brothers in the chat.
Baby.
Salute.
Man.
Hey, Twan Raw back in there. Yes, sir.
Tony Hill.
Mm-hmm. Old Tony.
Dirty dog, you, man. What's happening?
Yeah. Look at his brother Dickie. Look at his brother Dickie with that one piece. We ain't even saying that we're saying it, Dickie already blessed us to believe, man. Chip. Hey. And he a member, y'all. Like, man, what is it called? You know what I'm saying? Going to the
man.
My brother Joe in here, NWA County Course for an All Breed podcast.
Hey, man, this podcast be going down, boy.
Hey, look, Joe, I just throw it up there, you know what I'm saying? And on your podcast, you know what I'm saying? I throw it up there, my brother Joe just took it in.
Yep.
Knock it out the park with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We build off each other, man. And man, I salute what you're doing over there, bro. And it's certain topics right now because you're dealing with multiple breeds. You can't attack it within that breed. You know what I'm saying? You attacking one breed, it's like you're talking about another breed. But over here, man, today we gonna cook on where does race fit in with the American Pit Bull Terrier, man. I'm about to piss some people off, but I don't give a F though, because I ain't got the proper time of frame of mind to be paying my mind that people are just out here lying.
Hey, that rhymes.
Yeah, that's Petey Paulo.
Okay, I knew that. It was just a test. Make sure you was on your toes, man. Yeah, no. Hey, shout out to Petey Pablo, man, because I told y'all it was finna happen.
But y'all ain't listening
to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I do got to put a disclaimer out there, Big A.
Okay.
this is going to relate to the dogs, right? Like, is this my podcast? Is a dog podcast, but I got to tell my story in order to insinuate what's going on today. I don't really like to give other people's stories. I don't like other people's opinions, and this is a topic that is very, very visceral. So yeah, we're gonna get into it, but we got some announcements today. We got some Bushido codes today, like we always do. Like, I'm not gonna allow the show to get derailed just because I'm talking about a visceral topic. Y'all know me, I'm very PC. I don't even curse no more, so you know what I mean. It's gonna be handled the way Dre handles it. And, you know what I'm saying? You don't like it, you know. You what's that word? Every time told you to say it,
Yeah. You know what you can do. We'll leave it like that because I'm working on mine too. I'm working.
Yeah. I need it. Yeah,
work in progress.
For sure, man. Salute, Big C. Salute, Mad Doctor.
Hey, Mad Doctor.
All right, Big A, what we got on the docket, man? What we got on the docket this morning?
Man, I want to go straight into that Bushido code, man, because that Bushido code, man, we're going to talk about respect. And respect, it is ride. I was just about to say yo ride, but it's not. It's ride. I had to think before I said it. Ride. Okay. Give it, demand it, but don't ever confuse it with validation. Respect. Ride. Give it, demand it, but don't confuse it with validation. Next thing, quote of the day. They don't give us credit, so we build our own system, and we still win in theirs. Man, they do not give us credit, so we build our own system, and we still win in theirs.
Dang, man, that goes to home right there, fam.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? It goes to home, bro.
They know.
Yeah, hey, they know. Hey, man, that boy Big A coming hard with it this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? That boy.
Hey, some things, man. Sometimes that quote be, it be, man, it be. I don't know. It be right on time.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Chal. Salute, Queen.
Hey, salute. Yeah, man, but it's time to celebrate, because we got to celebrate. And we gonna start celebrating the first one of the month, and that's the dog of the month, man.
Hey.
Man, that is that chainsaw. Man, that's a good looking dog, man. Yeah. And I think he got more dogs that look just as good too. Man. And then who we got for the dog of the week? We got that Hattori Hanzo, putting it down with his second win, man. Second win in that dog of the week, man. That's a fine looking dog right there, man. Not only that, man, he won first place males 3 to 5 years old. He won first place in Judge's Choice and second best black dog, man. And that was over the ADBA show over this weekend, man. So y'all, man, salute Hattori Hanzo.
Yes,
what's that we got on the screen, man?
That's RBG, man.
RBG, man, with the T, man, with that Samurai Kennels T. Yes, sir. Yeah. Man, this is official.
Like a ref with a whistle.
Hey, that's my little brother saying, boy. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
He said I'm official like a ref with a whistle. Like a badge and a pistol.
Hey, man. Shout out to Ed, bro.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, Big A, man. Hey, man. Big A, you bringing the energy this morning, man. I appreciate that too, bro.
Oh, man. And you know what? I ain't got no coffee this morning, man. I'm going through it, bro. I'm going through it, man. But I'm here, man. I'm ready for it. You know? Yeah. Yeah, man. So let's see what's going on around the world, man. Let's go check out these shows at the ADBA, man, and see what's happening, bro. So on the 23rd through the 25th, that's starting tomorrow, we got the Bulldogs of the Rockies in Colorado, and they'll be hosting 3 confirmation shows, 2 weight pulls, 2 top dog athletic events at Adams County Fairgrounds, Brighton, Colorado. You can contact Sam for further information via the ADBA website. Then the next weekend, or on the 24th through the 25th, we got APBT Brazil. And APBT Brazil will host 3 confirmation shows, and I can't pronounce that Portuguese stuff, man. But it's in Sierra, Brazil. Contact APBT at gmail.com for further information. On the 31st at the Great Lakes, PVC, Michigan, the Great Lakes will host 2 confirmation shows at Full Circle Farms, Holly, Michigan. Please contact Amanda for further details. And then we're going to jump down to the 21st and through the 22nd. The Beaver State APBTC, Oregon. The Beaver State, Oregon will host 3 confirmation shows, 2 weight pools, and 2 top dog athletic events at Jefferson County Fairgrounds, Madras, Oregon. For more details, contact Stephanie, Megan, or Ivan via the ADBA website. And that's it for right now, man. The next one coming up is going to be in Germany, New England, Washington, and Finland, man. Y'all be looking for that, man. If any of y'all around the world or around the nation is close to you, man, get out there, man.
Yeah. Hey, that's what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that, man. Them shows be a lot, man. Them shows be a lot. Get to them. I got one Saturday out here in AZ. You know what I'm saying? The Howard Heinzel Classic in Taylor, Arizona. This is one of them private shows, fun shows. I'm going out there to celebrate. Celebrate with my Arizonian family and friends. And when I say family and friends, I mean dog family and friends. And we're gonna talk about it this morning too. Are you ready to crack into the subject of the day, or you got any business with you?
Nah, man. It's story time, man. Hit us with a story, Dre.
All right. So the topic of today is race, ethnicity. Where does it fit in with the American Pit Bull Terrier? The likenesses and ideas and everything I'm about to say reflect upon my personal beliefs. They don't reflect upon the Shogun Army or none of that. But I tell you what, right now, if I'm the Shogun and I run the Shogun Army, you kind of need to know where I stand at before you go saying you rock with Dre, you know what I'm saying, on every topic. Some stuff you might have to just agree or disagree with Dre on. And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with that. Because it's been a lot of things said here on this network. You know what I'm saying? When that boy Leonardo DiCaprio said Django, it's been a lot of things said around this mother-loving table. You know what I'm saying? but how I feel about it, you can bet that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Now put your hands on the table. You know, so that's what I'm doing, man. I'm rectifying it because yesterday it was mentioned that because I'm in the military, I should be the one looking up this information, and I've avoided this topic for 2 days because I'm like, man, honestly, my opinion is not a popular opinion, and it's not one that I feel like needs to be shared. But I got brought into the conversation anyways because. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I guess it's just assumed that I like to talk about race when I don't, because first disclaimer is I'm in the military and there's certain things I can say about race that can get me in trouble. So we're not even gonna go there, you know what I'm saying? But I wrote down my thoughts, Big A, and each thought I want to break down and let y'all know why I think this way, or give you an example why I think this way, and then talk about how it relates to dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the dogs. The first thing is this. when it comes to me calling you a brother or a sister, right? When it comes to me calling you a brother or a sister, race, color, creed, religion, sexual orientation, age do not matter. When I look for a friend or a brother or sister, because I don't have friends, they're all family to me. When I look for a brother or a sister, I want them to be like a dog. And when I compare you to a dog, I'm comparing you to God, because all dog is God spelled backwards. All right. So if I call you God, just understand, man. It's a high level of respect. But I want them to be like this. They must possess 4 traits. A dog is loyal. Therefore, a brother or sister or a family member must be loyal, regardless of race. They must be forgiving. They must be protective, and above all, they must be loving. Okay. So when I speak, this is where I speak from. Next topic. Do you have anything you want to add to that?
No. Go ahead.
And I wrote these thoughts down because I really wanted to put my thoughts out there, so you can go back to this video, watch it, see how you feel. But all right, so I don't ever want to talk race with anybody. No, there's nobody who I like enough or respect enough that or think enough. I think it's respect in the term. There's nobody who I trust to have the mental stability to talk race. Nobody. I'd rather talk religion and politics with you than race. Anybody.
Man.
Anybody. Like I've seen too many competent people get distracted by the topic of race. I don't want to talk about it with you. I'll share my thoughts on it with you, but I'm not gonna have a back and forth conversation about why I feel the way I feel or why you feel the way you feel. You say it, you leave it at that. Maybe it influences somebody, maybe it doesn't. I don't care how you feel about it, but it got brought up, so I'm talking about it now. Okay. But I don't want to talk about it with anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not. And I'll tell you why race would matter to me. All right. Race matters to me, but I view it differently from other people. Race matters to me when there's a race-specific story or cultural-specific trait in a race. Just like a bloodline in a dog. Just like a bloodline in a dog. Okay, growing up, facts, mad doctor. Facts, mad doctor. All humans believe red. Yes. Big A, you got something going in the background, man. And it's violent. I mean this. I mean this.
My bad.
And okay, so I'm gonna give you culture and race, because it is. Denzel Washington did an interview about this, man, and they would ask him, he's talking about they needed a black actor to direct a movie he was in. I can't remember what movie it was, and it was like, well, why do you need a black actor? Don't you think a Scorsese or somebody could have done that movie? He's like, yeah, but there's certain cultural things you just don't understand. And when I think a lot of people talk about race. You know what I'm saying? You talking about breeding. You talking about the human breeding, because race is just another word for breed, right? But when I speak culture, he's like, okay, yes, Martin Scorsese could have done the movie I was in, but he's not gonna understand what it smells like for a hot comb to hit your scalp, or know what that feels like when that hot comb has to touch your skin. He's not gonna know that. Scorsese's not. So it's not a race thing; it's a cultural thing. And a lot of conversations that have been had lately have nothing to do with race; they have to do everything to do with culture. Man. So I want you to put a 1 in the chat. I want you to put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of Nazi the spider. Do that for me. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard the story of a Nazi the spider. All right. Put a 1 and a 2 in the chat if you heard of a Nazi and Kai Pat. Kai Pat bringing the rain down on Kapiti Plain. These are African folklores that I heard about growing up in the Bible Belt South that are not taught in school. You understand what I'm saying? That's a cultural thing. That's not a race thing. And they mean something to me, right? I was raised on the Bible. That means something to me. And man, salute Calypso, salute SBC, man. Y'all understood this time. Y'all did it well. You know what I'm saying? These stories have nothing to do with race. They have everything to do with culture. And that's what I wanted to cook on, man. So it's been a lot of things said. People say they came on planes, buses, and trains to America. I don't care when we got here. I don't care how we got here. I don't care what purpose we got here for. What does that story do for you? That's my next topic, Big A, by the way. Do you need to jump in?
No.
Okay. So now that I've explained it's a culture thing to me versus a race thing, let me explain to y'all how I feel about this. Oh, they got here. Okay. My grandfather's name was Eugene Timothy Hines. I knew him. I lived with him. My mother was a single mother, and in order to survive, we had to live with my grandparents. I grew up with Eugene and Annie Mae. I watched them raise not just my mom and us, my siblings and I, I watched them raise my aunts and uncles' kids and white kids and black kids from around the neighborhood. My next door neighbor's name is Dylan Atkinson. His brother's name is Todd, and his other brother's name is Matt. They white as white can be. Their daddy was, you know what I'm saying? Their daddy had some racial stuff going on. I ain't gonna tell all his business. And their mama, Miss Connie, was white. And their daddy used to beat on Miss Connie, and Dylan and them would come running over to my house to stay with us. Dill and me were like the crocodile hunter or some other stuff. We used to be in the woods catching frogs and listening together, and race never mattered when using the woods. Catching frogs at 5 years old. Dylan Atkinson was my best friend, and to this day, when his brother got stabbed up by some Lumbees in Lumberton, to this day, we was ready to ride that night, and race didn't matter, other than the fact that Lumbees, they cut up Matt, and that's just the way to identify the people that cut up Matt. You get what I'm saying? Like, so, but it's a cultural thing, man. We grew up with the same grandfather. My grandfather was our grandfather, okay? You know what I'm saying? And I know black guys the same way. Like, my Uncle Harry was raised by white people. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents had 13 kids. They couldn't raise all their kids, so they had some friends named the Beckmans up in Winston-Salem that raised my Uncle Harry. He's now a Methodist minister that's about to be a bishop. You know what I'm saying? And so it's man, I don't know. I got to tell my story. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff I've been hearing, man, is hate, malice, and scorn driven. It's driven by hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's not driven by love. It's not driven by love. You know? And so when I talk about in these dogs, man, I gotta bring my story into this, because if you rocking with Trey, you gotta know who Trey is and know Trey's story. Because you're never gonna understand why I move the way I move. You don't understand who I am. And if you're part of my army, you should definitely know what my ethos are. My warrior mentality, where it comes from. Okay, so anyways, back to the story. Okay. All of these people I'm mentioning had dogs. All of them had dogs. My Uncle Harry, he raced Cocker Spaniels. My grandfather had a Bull Mastiff, he had Beagles, he had Walkers, and he had Blue Ticks. You know what I'm saying? The Atkinsons had Pit Bulls. They lived next door. They got them from my cousin, who was my mentor. So Dylan, Matt, and Todd had dogs before I had dogs. You know what I'm saying? This is a thing. So let me flash forward. So moving forward, I joined the military, right? I joined the military, and one of the first questions I started asking people in the military after base training was, where you from? Because up until that point, yes, I've traveled around, but I grew up in the South. And there's certain ways we talk in the South that people don't talk other places. I say yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am to everybody. Yeah. If you look older than me, I'm saying yes, ma'am to you. So when I joined the military, nothing changed for me. But I got homies from New York. Yeah, that's cool. All right, okay. That's how they respond to people. You get what I'm saying, man? It's the difference in culture. It has nothing to do with their color. It has white and black. You know what I'm saying? So, man, when I hear certain things, man, I'm like, man, y'all confusing culture, identity with race. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why there's Senegal, the Congo, and there's different African countries, even though they're all black, and they don't agree with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's a cultural thing. But yeah, so moving forward, talking about the dogs. Where does culture tie into the dogs, and where does race fit in with the American Pit Bull Terrier? Okay. The only culture or race that matters in the American Pit Bull Terrier is those who do for the dogs and those who do not. And that's where I'm going to take this conversation. Those who do for the dogs and those who do not. Big A, you got anything you want to add before I keep going?
Nah, man, you cooking.
All right, so I see a lot of people getting misconstrued in things that they can't explain, because once again, I can't tell you how we got to America. How people of my color, black people, I'm black. I'm blackity black and I'm black, y'all.
Black, y'all. And I'm black, y'all. And I'm blacker than black and I'm, yeah.
That is a descriptive term, though. You know what I'm saying? But culturally, I'm Southern Methodist. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Culturally, I'm Rastafarian. These are things that I subscribe to. These are my beliefs. This is my ideology on life. And even in my Rastafarian belief, it's I and I. We are all us. You know what I'm saying? I see you as me. What's good for me is good for you, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? That's how I work. But that's my belief. And as you talk about culture and belief, it's the same thing with the dogs. Person can tell me Red Boy was a cur on the side of the road, right? If they believe that, they won't breed to it. Mm-hmm. If they genuinely believe that, they won't breed to it. But for me, culturally, my cultural belief in these dogs is, if it works, it works. I wouldn't care if Red Boy was a Rhodesian Ridgeback. We as a culture decided he is a forerunner in American Pit Bull Terrier. And right now, there's more dogs with Red Boy blood coursing through their veins than any other dogs. Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's more Red Boy dogs in the world than any other dogs anywhere you shake a stick at. Right? That's a cultural thing. That's a cultural thing. The ideology that the American Pit Bull Terrier is an umbrella term, or excuse me, the Pit Bull is an umbrella term. That's a cultural thing created by the culture. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, when it comes to race, man, black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Chinese, you know what I'm saying? These things do matter for genetics, for breeding. And when I say breeding, I'm talking about this. Okay, I'm G6PD deficient. I carry the sickle cell trait. That is a racial thing. That is not a cultural thing. It is in my blood. It's in my genes. I'm missing 2 red hemoglobins. Okay, I'm cool with telling you all these things because you need to hear them. You know what I'm saying? You need to hear them. But why is that? What's special about that? Some people go, well, you're missing hemoglobins. You're not a whole person. Do you know why that is? It's because the region of Africa that I derive from has developed sickle cell to fight malaria. It is a genetic mutation to fight off a disease. So when I was exposed to malaria in Afghanistan, I wasn't even worried. Yeah. I'm bred for this.
Yeah.
I'm bred for this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm anemic. I don't do well in cold climates. My coworkers be like, man, you should get stationed in Alaska.
All right.
Yeah, all right. I know how I'm bred. You know what I'm saying? Racially, that's a bad place for me to go. Racially. My breeding, my bloodline don't do well in those situations, bro. Y'all, like, we talk race and bloodline all the time, but we don't live it. We don't live it. You know everything about the dogs, but you can't tell me nothing about yourself.
Yep.
You know, I almost, not knowing my own bloodline, I almost died. I'm not supposed to eat blueberries. Blueberries are a natural anticoagulant. And I ate blueberries and took Tylenol and ran a race and almost died. I turned gray because my blood, because I'm missing 2 hemoglobins, my blood doesn't carry as much oxygen as other blood types. Right? Yeah. So it takes me a long time to get drunk. It takes a long time for me to come down from being drunk. I have a less addictive nature because my blood doesn't carry as much as other people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm aware. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware of that. You know what I mean? And I don't need to know how Christopher Columbus got here to know about myself.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Big A.
Oh no, that's you what's that stuff you take to sleep with? I take melatonin. That's why the melatonin takes so long to leave your system.
Yeah. And I wake up still be groggy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But on the flip side, I do well in hot climates. Mm-hmm. So
me too.
My blood type, okay, I'll give you an example. Take a pit bull to Iceland and see how well he does outside. Take a pit bull to the polar ice cap and see how well he does outside compared to like a Alaskan Malamute or a Siberian Husky, right? Okay.
Yep.
So you want to talk about where I believe I'm from? I'll tell you that my belief. And I tell my wife this all the time. She hates this. My own wife, we argue about it. I tell my wife, I'm pure African. I'm sub-Saharan African, and I come from the Masai Mara, right? Why do I say these things? It doesn't matter where I really come from. We can do 23andMe all the time. I'm just telling you where my blood fits in the best at. Sub-Saharan African, Kenyan, Masai. Okay. Yeah, Tip, you're right. But it need to be said, man. People be throwing my name into opinions that got nothing to do with my opinion. I know my likeness. I know my likeness, my opinion. So the reason I believe that is, okay, if you look up the Kenyan, I'm gonna look it up for y'all. The Masai people. I already told y'all, like I come from a family of jumpers. We will dunk on you. You know what I'm saying? So the Masai people of Kenya.
Oh man, we was talking about this last night, but now it's all making sense too.
Yeah, man. So like when I look at my family, this is what I see. It ain't anybody got to tell me. I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? And whether I'm right or wrong, I believe it. And that's what people don't realize. What's real and what you believe in is completely different. We got to talk about belief too. These are the Maasai people of Africa. Okay, like I got aunties that look just like this. High jumpers, lion hunters, farmers. To this day, Even the colors they wear, they only wear 2 colors. The Maasai of Kenya wear red. The Maasai of Tanzania wear blue. To this day, you know, man. Look, I prefer red. That's why I say I gotta be a Kenya Maasai. My blood type, my hemoglobin type is most common in this tribe of people.
Yeah. Man. And then not only that, man, they got tribes that literally live in water, can hold their breath longer than the average human, and spends more time on water than they do land. So their genetic structure has been adjusted to their environment.
Now, that's true. That's true. Now, the check this out, Big A. What's crazy is, okay, if I'm of African descent, I believe that. If you don't believe it, cool, whatever. If you blah, I don't care. It's my belief. If I'm of African descent, another thing is Africans can travel. Africans connected by land, except for a few islands. And a lot of tribes are nomadic. The Maasai would allow outsiders to become Maasai. You get what I'm saying? So you can't tell me what I am. You can't. Because I could have bred or been bred however I wanted to be bred if I was there. You can't tell me that. But it's my belief. My belief is this, bro. If 23andMe can get it wrong, nothing created by man is gonna be right. But the only thing you have to go off of is what you believe.
Man,
is what you believe.
Who do you believe in?
But I want to talk about that belief in the dogs, right? Let's go back to the dogs. Okay, I believe red boy dogs are game. And I believe that a true pure red boy dog can have mouth, but it's not typical, right? I believe that. I believe that Eli dogs are notorious for having mouth and notorious for stopping before red boy dogs would stop in the same situation, right? I believe that. So whether it's true or not, you can look at every match in the world. There's matches that happened in the past that will prove me right. There's matches that happen that will prove me wrong. But it's all a matter of the belief in your first examples of what happened before that. And the same thing with the racing dog game, man. Like, I believe that slavery happened, but I also believe there's good white people. I believe there's good black people. I believe there's bad white people, bad black people, bad Mexicans, good Mexicans. Like, I believe there's good and bad. It all depends on what you're exposed to and what your belief system is founded upon, right?
Morals and values.
Yeah, morals and values. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, as far as Dump said, stupid is as stupid does. Good is as good does. Especially in these dogs. And that takes it back to either you do for the dogs or you do not do for the dogs. And it's, I don't want to have to keep visiting this topic, man. I don't like talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, like, people be, oh man, you know, I feel like this. Feel how you want to feel, bro. What result did it get you? What result did it get you? Did it put you in any better financial standing than somebody who doesn't think the way you think? Did it set your kids up for a better financial situation than they did last generation? Feeling how you feel.
Yeah.
Or did you take action? Did you set aside finances? Did you work on the cultural differences that appear in your culture, your community, and build up revenue to be able to provide loans and options for your own culture and your own community? Or do we complain about communities we don't belong to? I don't go over to the poodle community and tell them how to raise poodles, but I'll tell another race of people what they should be doing for me.
Man.
If you keep it on the dog, if you use the same ideology, I'm not telling you to treat people like dogs. I'm just saying the logic behind it don't make sense to me, bro. The logic behind it don't make sense to me, bro. And anybody who wants to challenge that theory, I created Shogun Unlimited. I offer this channel to anybody who want to come over here and talk. You know what I'm saying? To anybody who want to come over here and talk, regardless of race, color, religion, and creed. You know what I'm saying? And then people get mad when certain topics like this come up. I'm like, bro, like, this is open to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was open to everybody. I made an offer a million times, right? And some people just prefer to just support from the chat. That's cool. That's cool. Some people are only want to talk about dogs. They want to talk race. They don't want to talk nothing but dogs. That's cool too. That's cool too. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to create my culture. My culture, my people. The Shogun Army is mine, right? And If you ain't with it, that's cool. Maybe you just want to compete in our competitions and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But what I don't want is, I don't want a broken community where we can't have discussions and have them for life, to build love, to build legacy. I mean, we can talk about how to build a bloodline of dogs and build the best dogs in America. We can't talk about building better people. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy work.
Yep.
But yeah, man. The last thing I want to tell y'all the story was, welcome to chat, Wayne Mew. Welcome to chat, brother Shreveport Mike.
Hey.
RBG Bloodthirst in the building. My parting thoughts for this morning before I open up the panel, man, because I'm opening up the panel, man. My parting thoughts for this morning is this, as far as me on this topic, right? Belief. Belief is greater than the truth. Belief is greater than the truth. Belief is greater than fact. Belief transcends reality. I'm about to break this down for y'all, and it goes beyond race. This is belief. Because honestly, it should have been called belief, not race. But I knew race was gonna get y'all over here. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to be triggered, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be triggered. Belief is greater than the truth. Belief is greater than fact. Belief is greater than what's happening right in front of your eyes. And I'm gonna tell you how I know. There are men right now that were born genetically made, right? Scientifically, it's proven they can reproduce with a male reproductive organ. They believe so much of their women that they got people who don't believe in their belief calling them man. You know, full well, they can have a baby like every other man that was born a man. There's only two sexes, right? This is a scientific fact of how we base sex on how you reproduce. That's fact. And belief is stronger than fact. Belief is stronger than fact. And I use my religion on this because this story matters to me, man. Because it's how you feeling sometimes when I speak my mind, man. Because I'm bringing you what I believe is the truth. I believe it. It's stronger than the truth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this story, whether you believe in the Bible or whether you just look at this as an analogy, listen to this story. In the Bible, when they arrested Jesus, they brought him before a man named Pontius Pilate. Now I look at y'all like Pontius Pilate. I got a lot of respect for Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilate looks at straight facts. He's a judge. Straight facts. He goes, okay, I have no lawful reason to order the execution of this man right here that y'all call the Nazarene. I have no reason to kill this man. But I'm gonna give y'all, the people, a chance to make a decision. So he goes and gets a known murderer. People know this man is a murderer named Barabbas. He's okay. I'm gonna make sure this innocent man don't die. I'm gonna make sure this innocent man don't die. I will either execute Barabbas, who has killed 30 people, or I will kill Jesus Christ the Nazarene. I'm gonna let y'all decide. But first, before I make this decision, I need a bowl of water. Give me the bowl of water so I can wash my hands of the matter. Because I want no parts in killing an innocent man. That's what I be seeing. That's what I be seeing with my people that actually get it. You know what I'm saying? They get it. It's like, okay, like how can I make the world better? How can my beliefs benefit me and everybody who I love? How can my beliefs benefit even those I don't love? You know what I'm saying? That's the people that get it. That's the Pontius Pilates of the world. We washing our hands of all the other BS. Of all the other BS. The innocent and the guilty. So what did the crowd do, y'all? Let me finish up the story for y'all. Those who never heard the story before. Some of y'all might not have heard this story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So what does the crowd do? He says, do you want me to release Barabbas or Jesus of Nazareth? Now look, when they say release Jesus, you know what I'm saying? He announced the charges. Barabbas killed 30 people. Jesus of Nazareth, he's a religious zealot and he's blaspheming God, right? These are the charges they've been brought against this man, right? These people said, give us Barabbas, kill him. Barabbas And that's how a lot of communities are, man. Pookie could have just killed your cousin. You know what I'm saying? Little Dylan could have just killed your cousin, but because he's a part of your community, man, like give us our murderer back. Kill that guy that's trying to change things. You know what I'm saying? We don't want change, and the general public don't, man. People are naturally change averse. Human beings go with the path of least resistance. So, needless to say, man, you got to go what you believe, man. There's no fact, and that's why I won't even argue it with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can have this discussion. I sit back and watch because I support my brothers, man. But all the discussions y'all had over the last 2 days, man, it got nothing to do with me, bro. It got nothing to do with me. I can't. I don't know enough. I don't know enough or care enough for it to matter. I got too much work going on right here, right now. There's a reason why the Bible is split into 2 books: the Old Testament and New Testament. The Old Testament teaches you a bunch of lessons. The New Testament is how you're supposed to live. You know what I'm saying? It's 2 parts to it. It's okay. We know the Old Testament. We know what you stand. We know better. We know the lessons, and then we got the Book of Life.
Yep.
Some of y'all so stuck in the Old Testament and how the things used to be, you're not living life right now. But that's your belief. That's your belief. That's all I'm saying. I believe that history, those who don't understand history are doomed to repeat itself. But a lot of history, y'all talk about ancient history. I don't believe what nobody got to say about it. I don't believe what nobody got to say about a bloodline from 50 years ago. There is no pedigree you can show me that's over 50 years old that I believe. I believe all pedigrees started as unknown within the last 50 years. I don't care where they came from, because everybody lies. So as far as I'm concerned, however far back I can go and talk to the bin and go to the yard and see the dogs, that's how far back the pedigree goes. I don't care what it sounds like. I don't care. I follow the lies. I follow the bloodlines of the lies that I believe in, because I don't know. I don't know the facts. I'll never know the facts. The men are either dead, or you know they liars, or once I believe them, somebody who knew them in their younger years will tell me they was lying anyways. Can't believe nothing but what I believe. So, and you want me to talk about race and the origin of humanity with people who came to discuss dogs and lineages that's living right now. I don't believe it. I tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe none of that stuff y'all talk about, but I believe this, man. I believe that it's a bunch of delusional people spreading delusion. And I believe that we'll never know the true history behind the human race because we have destroyed it. We have destroyed it, the true history. Ain't nobody about to tell you a story that de-glamorizes it. Even when they tell you an infamous story, it's still infamous, but it's famous. Nobody can tell you a story about their great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather that was a bum.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody can tell you their great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was addicted to opioids and was selling his was in the closet. Nobody can tell you those stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what's in your bloodline, white or black, Mexican or Native American. You don't know none of that. And what's even worse is, of course, back in them days, they was gonna keep it in the closet because they would have been shunned. Society wasn't gonna let them talk about it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying, man? Like I said, bro, I don't want to discuss race with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But my name got brought up yesterday. I thought it was a good topic. I said, let me give y'all where I stand right now. And I want to end this closing remark before I open up the panel, man. Big A, we're about to run over a little bit. I'm about to run over a little bit this morning. Is that cool? I talked to Toyo. He said it's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Because I do want to open up the panel for other brothers to say what they got to say. I'm not gonna like you can even challenge my thought process. They're gonna make a difference. I believe what I believe. But yeah, man. Like with Dre, I believe there's one race of people. I believe we are all one family because we can all breed our bloodlines together, right? If we couldn't, I wouldn't consider us the same species, right? Even if it was a cross species breeding, let's say race was that different. You could breed to another race. The baby would be sterile if we weren't close enough related anatomically, right? I believe in one race. I believe that when you break down races for color or ethnocentric responsibility, it's your responsibility to be the representative of that race, meaning that all you know of my family is what you see me in public. And it's my responsibility to present a positive image of my family to you. And if you're part of my race, then you believe that. You're the best person you could be. You know what I'm saying? And we wash our hands of the rest of them. That's all I can go off of, what you showed me. Hey, Mad Doctor, it takes courage to share that, Mad Doctor. You know what I'm saying? It takes courage to share that, man. And I appreciate that. I'm opening up, Big A, I'm opening up. First, I'm opening the floor to you before I interrupt you with the panel. And then we open up the panel, man, because I'm not gonna just say my. This is the open space where you can say your piece too. Like I said, I done said everything I need to say. Take it how you take it. But Big A, the floor is yours, and after that, I open up the panel.
Oh man, you good, man. I wanna open the panel up and see who come up here, man.
Okay, man. Like I said, when you come up, man, cook. You know what I'm saying? When you come up, cook. Speak your piece.
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny, Calypso. It's funny you say that. I do have political aspirations. We can talk about that too. Before somebody come on here, I'm gonna say this, Calypso. I genuinely believe that the amount of people you have in Congress should be based upon your population of society. Because right now, every race, every culture is not represented equally. And I'm not saying represented equally in Congress. I'm saying represented based on a percentage. If my race is 14% of the country, and I only have 9% of my race and culture in Congress, how am I being properly represented? You know what I'm saying? Like how? You know what I'm saying? I think that I don't know. That's just my personal opinion, but it is what it is, bro. Like that's. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I do have political aspirations, Brother Calypso.
Yeah. Nah, it's one of them things, man, where I don't know. They say in the entertainment business is to stay away from religion, race, and politics. And there's a reason to it. Because nobody will ever be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? If you're not a Democrat, you're a Republican, you know, or you're in between. If you're not this, you're that. You know, so it's already known that society places labels and puts everybody in categories and boxes. And the reason that is so they can control the masses, and you can, you know, they can label you and address you accordingly. You'd be surprised if you just walk around and just go through your daily do, how many people will categorize you and put you in a box and tell you what you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's for real. Yeah. Yep. You know, and they say, huh? What's up?
No, go ahead, Big A. I'm sorry, you cooking, man. My bad. I'm sure.
Yeah, nah, they say, man, they, you know, people label you so they feel more comfortable in their setting. Also, you know, people are scared of what they don't know. Or what has yet? Huh? What's that?
I do want to interject real quick, Big A.
Yeah, bro.
It's also family matters too, man. And I'll tell you right now, like it's I'm guilty of that, like the Ray Pookie thing, man. Like I use that as an example because like my brother got killed. My brother was a Pookie, you know what I'm saying? Like he was hood dude to death, you know what I'm saying? But that's still my brother, you know what I mean? And if I really wish that the person that murdered my brother, that shot him, justice was found. I don't care if it's in the streets or the police get him. I don't care how he got. It's one of them got. You know, I feel that way. And he probably got family members that feel like he was justified for killing my brother. We'll never, you know what I'm saying? It's the blood feud. But then they got friends, they got family, it's existential family. What's good, William? You know what I'm saying? They got friends and family, it's existential. You know what I'm saying? And that feud will never stop. And that's why we'll never get back to peace. It'll never be peace. Yeah. It'll never be peace for that reason right there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll never forget that brother for killing my brother. I might not do the harm myself, but that I harbor that. My brother's kids harbor that. Even if I let it go, they're not gonna let it go. You know, and then there's some families that are willing to turn the other cheek and let it go. I'll give you another thing. How you exact justice varies based on your culture and belief. Culturally, we might believe murder is wrong, right? But individuals within the culture might believe this. And I'll give you an example. There's a guy, right? And I'm not gonna use race and misuse this situation because I got my own thoughts. I'm gonna share it. There's a guy that his son was murdered by the police, right? His son was murdered by the police, and he went back and killed a cop, but not the cop that killed his child. While I don't agree with just indiscriminately killing people or police officers, I felt like the biggest blow you could have struck was to kill the person that murdered your child. Because now what you've done is you put all the police on high alert, and they looking at everybody to look like you. You know what I'm saying? You fuel the fire as opposed to just getting your get back. You know what I'm saying? I believe you're gonna get your get back, get your get back. You know what I mean? I don't want to hurt somebody that look like you. I want to hurt you because you hurt me. That's how revenge works for me. You know what I'm saying? Brother Solo, what's good, big dog?
What's good, brother? I've been keeping back. You know, I've been listening. You know, and I feel like it's a certain amount of people that when they come to something for a certain reason, they don't want to hear other things, especially race, injected in there, right? Like when people were coming to see football games, right? You had a certain amount of people that didn't want to see Colin Kaepernick and them kneeling. You know, they didn't want to hear about that because they just wanted to enjoy football, right? So you might have people that come to these chats and they don't want to hear about racial things. They just want to hear about dogs or things that don't trigger them, you know. But I think with the lineup that we got, especially with the projects, you know, we got Men at Work, there are going to be times where certain subjects come up. There are going to be times where race and different things come up. And I don't think folks should be offended by that, nor do I think Dre or Big A should be held accountable for some of the things expressed by me or Welsh or other people, because those may not necessarily be their opinions. But being that we're a gathering of men, you know, brothers are free to express their opinion. So it shouldn't be a situation where people is necessarily attributing things that I say to Dre or vice versa. You know what I mean? Because just because I say something don't mean that brother feels the same way about it. You know what I mean?
The thing about it is what you're saying is you're placing expectations on people and expecting them to meet those expectations. When you do carry it like that, that'll never happen. That'll never happen. So I don't go about these topics. I don't go about the list of topics that we go through, with expectations. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a expectation that I expect people to meet. So that's why I said, as far as, certain subjects you could talk on, but you don't know what's coming with that. And a lot of these subjects can be very hostile. So when you do that, you can't put an expectation on what kind of response or what kind of emotions or how people are going to carry it. Not everybody was raised the way that I was raised. Not everybody has the same morals and values that I had. Not everybody has the same house training that I had. You know what I'm saying? Same thing as everybody else. I don't have it like everybody else. So when it comes to beliefs and it comes to saying things, man, people are on a whole bunch of different levels and different spectrums, and everybody is having these expectations that they want everybody to see and meet. I can say what I want to say, and you don't have to hear anything that I gotta say. You don't even have to agree with it, And at the end of the day, if I'm trying to force it on you, or I have an expectation for you to see it my way, I'm already behind the ball. You know what I'm saying?
And also, you setting yourself up for failure too, if you expect
Yeah.
people to see things the same way. Like I got 10 uncles, right? Literally, I got like 10 blood uncles, and I ain't talking about men that were intermarried into my family through the women. I'm talking about 10 brothers. You know what I'm saying? And out of those 10 brothers, I have an uncle that retired from the military. He joined the Navy when he was like probably 18, and he stayed the whole while until he was discharged, or he fought. I mean, he was honorably, you know, he retired. You know, and then he came here, and he also became a police officer, right? So, you know, this particular uncle, when you go over his house for July 4th, they're gonna have American flags up. You know, when you go in his house and you looking at the stuff on the wall, he got stuff from when they ran in Saddam Hussein and toppled him, you know, money with him on it. And you know, he is not going to be the type of person that's necessarily going to want to talk about certain subjects because he is a military ex-police. You know what I mean? So he's going to see things a certain way, you know, probably more similar to how Dre would see certain things, you know, especially with the training that they give you in the military. Then I got other uncles, you know, that might be a little more what's called revolutionary, or maybe a little angrier, or maybe due to their experiences staying here in America while Unc was overseas somewhere, they may have a different outlook on certain things. So I know certain conversations I can have with them, I could go deeper on certain things than I could with my uncle that's military, you know what I'm saying, ex-police. But that don't mean I love one less than the other one. All of my uncles, you know what I mean? All of them have jewels and insight that could be valuable, but due to their, I can't even say upbringing because they all came up in under the same parents, but due to their life experiences and their outlook, they have a different way of viewing things, and that's okay, man. Everybody ain't gonna think the same. You know, me and Welsh may bump heads. We probably gonna bump heads today.
We about to bump heads right
now.
Stolo, can I interrupt you real quick, bro? Part of stuff.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so Welsh posted something about Mansa Musa, right? And this is where I'm getting frustrated. Not with Welsh, but with people in general. I understand who Mansa Musa was. He was the richest king of all time, right? And but what was his ideology? Mansa Musa gave away so much gold that it lowered the value of gold on the African Gold Coast. They started trading salt because gold was so abundant under his rule, right? But think about this, man. I'm a logical person. What rich person you know didn't have undermined their business tactics? I don't care how great of a king he was. I don't know a single rich person that don't have to have a certain level of, even if they mean well, they gotta be a dog with to maintain that money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be meek and be rich. It's not a thing. You can be polite and be rich. You can't be meek and be rich. But the lesson I learned and what I believe about Mansa Musa is this: he gave back. I love that story. That's part of my ideology about the Shogun army and making money off YouTube and giving it back came from Mansa Musa. So I get that. What does that story do for you? How does that story affect your life? That's what I be asking people when they talk about race. How does that racial story affect your life? And what does it do? How can you give me an example of how you apply it to life? I'm done, y'all.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying when when you were talking, just when people, talk about other things, man. Each individual has their own path and their own rabbit hole that they'll go down, and it just is what it is, man. So if your path leads you this way and it benefits you that way, then it is what it is, man. That's neither here nor there. Yeah, but it's the expectation thing, man. I've been saying it for the last 2 weeks, man. Expectations, man. We put expectations on other people and expect them to meet those expectations, and that's a delusional type of approach. you could, you know what I'm saying? It's just delusional, man. Like, and man, you talking to one who ruin relationships behind stuff like that, man. So, you know, that's something that I think we all need to self-reflect and look at, man. How are we putting these expectations, or what are we expecting, you know, out of the situation when we go into, you know, speaking, you know, our path, or what we see, or what we doing. So, yeah. Wayne, what's happening, bro? Oh shoot, he off. He on and off.
I definitely agree with what y'all saying.
Yes, sir. What's up, Elevated?
Yeah, what's good, big dog?
Just chilling, listening to you guys, cooking it up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. It's because, like I said, man, I look at history, man. Like I look at history like stories, not like fact. If that makes sense. Like it's okay. There's Disney movies, right? I'm gonna use Disney as an example. I hate to use Disney because I know I'm in at work, man. Like y'all was cooking on the Disney thing, man. But like, look, like I look at Disney stories like this, man. Like I don't care if it's fictitious characters. Like, can you get a lesson out of what's being said? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a lot of things that get shared. I'm like, well, what's your purpose of sharing that with me? 90% of things get shared with me. I'm like, what's your purpose of sharing it with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you tell me like what lesson you got out of this? Because I got my own research, my own studies that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of times people will present me with information, and all I really want is your paraphrase or your synopsis of the information. I'm a person that I synthesize information, I put it back out. And then I just cite my sources in case you want to see for yourself where I'm getting it. Or maybe I'm misinterpreting the information, right? But for a lot of people, for you to be considered a scholarly person, you have to be able to interpret another person's information, and then based on your research experiences or exposure, be able to synthesize and decide whether that's information whether you believe it to be true or not, right? That's why they have peer-reviewed resources that you can use in college and non-peer-reviewed resources that are considered entertainment at best or anecdotal at best, right? So I look at all of these topics like that, man. Either you believe it or you don't believe it, and if you believe it, can you logically explain to me why you believe it in a academic discussion? That's it. And that's all I ask, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a lot of things just being said over the last 2 days, man. And I see brother Welsh in the chat now. He's giving his research now. You know what I'm saying? And I wish this would happen yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Like it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. We having a discussion. Yeah. But that's it, man. Y'all brothers gonna cook.
Man. Yeah. Shoot. It's quiet now. You know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah, Lone Wolf, what's going down, man?
Yep. I'm gonna hit the link again. Go ahead.
Well, like when the topic's brought up, right? Okay. So I give my little bit of 2 cents because I'm a different perspective, like you said, you know what I mean? Like I grew up different in a different place. So like I give my 2 cents because I don't want to be disrespectful to like everybody's culture by not giving it something, you know, when everybody else is. I wanna, you know, like everybody deserves to get heard about, right? That's the way I see it. I mean, like, as far as cultural stories, like that's my favorite thing in this world is culture. Like it don't matter where you go around this world, there is culture everywhere. It's different, but it's everywhere.
Yeah. All right. And I want to share something. With Elevated, man. Elevated don't know this, man, but I have a lot of respect for the Irish. I don't really care for the Scotch like that, but anyways, so Irish, Native Americans, Chinese folk, I have a lot of respect for them, and I'll tell you why. Irish are big on bloodlines. The British and the Scottish are too, but he mentioned that yesterday. And for me, right, I don't think slavery was a good thing. Let me first say that, right? No, but I will tell you this. I know that there were breeding slaves and there were slaves that were just used for work, right? And this is gonna be very, very controversial. So y'all just bear with me. Please just take me at face value on this. Okay. I believe that my line of people that I know were slaves were breeders and very athletic, very strong. We would make a lot of money for you, right? Because I'm strong. I'm very athletic. And I have 13 aunts and uncles that are all strong and athletic. And all their kids are strong and athletic. We're a producer of athletic people. All of us are high level academic. Like I just posted a video of my cousin, she won state. My son is 12, right? They had the 50-meter dash at school yesterday. Do you know this boy turned around backwards and smoked them kids running backwards? Like genetically, my lineage, I was embarrassed, Solo. I was embarrassed, not embarrassed of his skill, but I'm like, I want my son, with all this power we have, I know for a fact, genetically, for athletics, I'm bred genetically superior to most other people. I know this. Yeah. I'm a top tier power lifter. I could jump out the gym. Like I'm bred genetically superior, and I understand the responsibility that comes with that level of power, right? I also understand what my families, what they were subjected to make us that way. We were probably sleeping with other people's wives and all kind of stuff. Not because we wanted to, but because we were breeders. And they wanted, if I'm a worker, the same way we breed these dogs, you got to understand it. If I want the best American Pit Bull Terrier, I'm taking the best to the best. And my belief is I come from that. Not saying that's a positive thing, but the end result, we made American Pit Bull Terrier to be the best fighting dog possible. My family was bred to be the best workers possible. That's why that's why you can't do what Drake can do. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm telling you that's my belief in my mind. And because I believe it, I'm able to perform that way. Does that make sense? It don't matter if I'm right or wrong. It's my belief. And that belief is strong. That's what keeps me going when I want to quit. I believe that the cloth that I'm cut from, you know what I'm saying?
It's a fact. It's proven fact that we were bred. You know,
exactly.
Think about it. I mean, it just even makes sense from the standpoint of somebody that's enslaving somebody. If I got this big, strong, you know what I'm saying, cock diesel stud, and I got this weaker, less genetically virile stud, who do you think I want to take my females to? Who do you think I want to produce more of? So of course I'm going to mandate, hey, no, you finna breed with him. I'm finna lock y'all into this shed, and I better be having a baby in 9 months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They did that to us. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact.
And,
so
as cold as it is, though, now that I'm looking at slavery like dog. I'm akin in slavery to dog fighting and me to the American Pit Bull Terrier, why I have such a bond to it. And I'm gonna get back to what I was telling Elevate about the Irish as well, man. So when I look at the American Pit Bull Terrier, we did it in the same way. We did it the same way. But once the purpose of slavery was gone, or once the purpose of dog fighting is gone, you now have this beast. And I'm not saying beast in a negative. I'm saying like this, you created something nice. You know what I'm saying? Now what do you do with it? Now what do you do with it?
Yeah, I feel a kinship with the American Pit Bull Terrier as well, because I do feel like there are parallels with our history as a people in this breed. You know what I mean? And also, what you're saying is basically proven, right? Why do you think the NFL is majority black? You know what I'm saying? Even though the majority of the owners are not. Why do you think the NBA is majority black, even though the majority of the owners are? Because once they opened that door and let us in, now you got to compete in a physical arena with something that you bred specifically.
It's the wall climb. It's the weight pull. That's all it is. That's
why they didn't even want us in it. That's why they had the Negro leagues. They like, man,
so let me ask you this question. Do you think that sports should be split up?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
But Elevate, I want to get back to you. Okay, so the Irish, the Chinese, and Native American. Okay, if there's any race, I'm gonna say race or culture of people that I think rock with us is these, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Like in the military, from the military specifically, okay, there are very, very few German-bred individuals that I've served with in the military. I don't know why that is. Irish, Asian, Native American, right? Mm-hmm. Because we were all poor, or I don't know why with white people, why they treat Irish and the white Jewish people differently. but they do, right? I don't know why. And honestly, like, we can't see it, but I'll tell you what, in the black culture.
Hey, and God forbid you have red hair.
Yeah, they call you a ginger.
Can see it. You can see it, right?
But check this out. Hold on. Let me get to this. Let me get to this in the black culture too, because we have it too. Okay, the light skin, dark skin thing, we make a joke out of it, but that's a thing, bro. And it come from somewhere. You know, light skin was considered as master kid. He live in the house. Like in the white community, I guess being a ginger, like they pick on gingers. Like, and I know some redheaded girls. They was fine as a mug in high school. I thought they was some of the baddest ones. But in white society, the blonde hair, blonde haired girl get attention. But I've noticed some about the redhead girls at school. They was thick. You know what I'm saying? They was thick. You know what I mean? I be peeping stuff, and a lot of gingers be having curly hair too. Yeah, hey, I'm done. I just want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? But
that phenotype. You know, the Irish have a history of being under the yoke of oppression, even of Britain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And also, when the Irish came here, you know what I'm saying, a lot of them came during the what was it called, the potato famine. It was a lot like famine out there. They were subject to certain oppression as well. You know what I mean? Because they did have a different phenotype. That heavy Irish stock, that red hair, them green eyes, it looks different from the stock of, let's say you got a Scandinavian.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen a white person that was so white that they made certain white people look mixed?
Yeah.
Like, man, you are
You're
white.
talking to one.
I'm talking about blonde hair, the blue eye, you like, wow.
Yeah, you're talking to one.
So, you know, the Irish did, you know, they have been targeted kind of like and excluded by certain factions of other quote unquote white people.
Well, so do you know why the main reason that is? Because in America, there had already been people here for 200 years, established themselves, set themselves up, were successful, you know what I mean? And then the Irish come here and they were all dirt poor. So they treated them like poor people, you know what I mean? That's it. Some of the social construct is broke down in like your how much you're worth, I guess, as far as, you know, your assets and the money you have. And, you know, back then it would have been like animals and land, stuff like that. Like they didn't have no animals, they didn't have no land. So like they were just treated like poor people, from my understanding.
So my understanding is, and we got to shut this down. You know what? We got to go to the cookout. I'm sorry, y'all. We over. But I do want to say this real quick, Big A, and then I'm going to shut it down.
Yes, sir.
My thing is, all the races I just brought up, we don't do good without. We make bad decisions under alcohol, and we gave up a lot of our stuff under the influence of alcohol and drugs. Everyone in the I just want to put that out there. I was trying to get my point, but I was taking too long. So yeah, we all got tricked out. We all got tricked out of our back. That's true. But yeah, y'all brothers gonna make y'all rounds. We got to hit the cookout.
Yeah. Solo, what's happening, man? Where can they find you at, bro?
You can find me with the Shogun Unlimited. You know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I enjoyed the good game that was spoke upon today and the good opinions, and look forward to joining another panel.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Elevated
Kennels. You can catch me at the cookout and then at Elevated Perspective, Facebook. We got so much shit going on, it's hard to give my.
Yeah, man. Everybody's busy, man. Yeah. Supreme, the Supreme team.
What's happening? Y'all can catch me watching Stephen A. Smith cry about how the niggas just got their dibs to him last night. Patience and Fire.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. Today is Thursday, man. So if you got those shots for the dog of the week, man, today is the last day because tomorrow we voting. Vote. We need a shirt that say vote. You know, Digital Dog Show, because that's coming up at the end of the month too. And what you got 9 days now? I think it is. Tick tock.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? The clock is ticking. You know, so you need to get up off of your behind and go get on this grind, man. Show some of them dogs, man. It's over $600 in cash prizes. We got a couple of call outs. You know, 3 free t-shirt giveaways on that day. We got one going to an existing member, one going to a new member of the month, and one going to a viewer. So y'all need to check that out, man. Y'all got to be there to get it. And also, if you ain't a member, what you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? It only costs $1, you know, starting off at $1, man. You need to join this movement. And y'all check out next week, because I'm gonna have a series coming for you. You know, a little drama series. Some a little more entertainment, man. You know, it's Shogun Unlimited around here, man. Yes, sir. Mr. Dre. Mr. Dre.
Hey,
what's going on?
Man, you already know what it is, man. We gotta shut this thing down fast, man. Y'all to pray, stay. If you don't pray,
you know,
get out. It's all good, man. No smoke, man. But I gotta go support my brother at the cookout. Please bow your heads with me with it, Tony with that 4 months of membership, man. Salute, bro.
Salute,
man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, I appreciate that, brother. But please bow your heads with me, man. And I also want to put a little spice on the prayer this morning. I want to thank the Lord for the ability to discern true care and concern and love for each other and these dogs above the need for ego and love to be right. May the Lord watch between you and me while we are absent, one from another. Amen.
Amen.
For the love of the dogs,
for the love
of the game. Peace.
Yeah. Beat drop slow, head not flow. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Sack it from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Started with Boogeyman, ghost in the chain. Locked in the game, never move for fame. Old mountain lions run deep in the flame. Socket bought the fire, Michonne brought the name. Then came Fat Boy, muscle in the frame. Man, hard, put respect on the name. Shotgun smooth, but the work insane. Sugar sweet jit, but a bite ain't tame. Kiki in the back, had a game in the veins. Gatorade heavy, running straight through the rain. Red Ninja close, watch him work in the lane. Renegade rider can't hold that chain. Blood don't lie, it's that old yellow line. Socket from the south, Michonne on the rise. Boogeyman bark, leave a mark every time. We don't breed for clout, we breed for spine. DNA thick, can't clone this pride. That Shogun blood, yeah, the legends don't die. Ain't no luck, just grit and grind. Every dog here put work in time. Lady Rage got that fire in her eyes, red alert, taught us how to